family, it's Crystal, and I want to welcome you back to Black Does Crack. All right, y'all, so I just need like 5 minutes of your time today. I want to talk about something that has really been bugging me, and it's the idea of feminism, okay? Feminism, in a nutshell, is basically social movements, political movements, ideologies, thoughts, feelings that promote equality amongst the sexes, right? So men and women being equal, having the same rights, being treated the same, no biases or what have you. And so on the surface, feminism sounds fair, right? It sounds like it's just being fair. But I want to talk today about why feminism is not the black woman's fight. So basically feminism came about because women felt they were being oppressed, so to speak. They were being dominated, mistreated. Men ran the world. They didn't have any opportunities. They were seen as second-class citizens, right? So they sparked this movement to be treated fairly, to be treated equally. And I get it, right? However, that is not our fight as black women. So women had that plight because their men, white men, did run the world. They were in charge of everything. They had the money, they had the resources, they had the jobs, they had the power, right? And so the women really were second-class citizens. The women were not treated with respect. They were really dependent on their man to take care of them. And a lot of them, you know, just didn't want that. They wanted the freedom to be able to care for themselves, to make their own decisions, the freedom to do what they wanted to do. And that sounds great on the surface. However, for black women, that has not been our struggle. When have our men ever ran anything? When have our men ever dominated us in this society? I'm not talking about in other cultures or in, you know, historically. I'm talking about today. Where do our men dominate us? Where do our men have power and influence more so than we do? In fact, it's the other way around. Black women out-earn our men. We are out-educated, okay? We're more educated than our men. We have more resources than our men. We are basically running our families. We're running politics in a lot of ways. We're running everything with regard to the black community. And our men are actually, I don't want to say it, but they kind of are at the bottom of the barrel. So where does feminism fit into that? I don't know about you, but as a woman, I'm not oppressed by men, not by black men. Now, white men, yes, I am oppressed by white men. There are white men who dominate and who have the money and have the resources and have the power, but our men don't have that. So that's why I say that feminism is not our fight. Our men need us. Really, our men need our help because they are not in a really good place right now. And like the video that I made last week, it's up to us as black women, since we are at the forefront of our families. We are the ones raising and taking care of 70% of our families. So it's really going to be on us to make things happen. So we don't really need feminism for our sake. Some women are going to disagree. I have some friends who are feminists and I respect them, but at the same time, feminism is not for me. Okay, I'm all for women being empowered. I'm all for women being treated fairly. I'm all for women being paid and, you know, having respect. I'm all for that. But my fight is not against the black man. It's just not. The black man is not the one who is oppressing me. The black man is the one who I need to come up, not be lowered. I need him to come up in standard. I need him to come up in income, to come up in power and influence. So feminism, to put us equally, it would almost be the opposite, because right now we're above our men. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. So that's what I mean when I say feminism is not our fight. Another issue I have with feminism is that it's very convenient. So we want to be paid fairly, we want to be treated equally, we want all of that, right? But there are times when we do want to be treated differently because we are women. So if we're sitting on a crowded train or a crowded bus or a crowded restaurant or anywhere, and there's a man seated, we expect that man to get up and give us his seat, right? We expect when a man opens the door for him to hold the door open for us. We expect him to open doors for us, whether it's our car door, a building door. We expect in our relationships our men to be providers, to be protectors. We expect if something happens for him to go and handle it. We expect him to go climb up on the roof. if there's an issue on the roof. We expect him to cut the grass. The things we expect from our man because he's a man. If you hit a man and he punches you back, as a feminist, you can't say, well, I'm a woman, you shouldn't do me like that. Or there can be no discussion about, oh, women being the weaker sex. Or, you shouldn't hit women. Don't hit girls. That discussion cannot be had in a situation where we're discussing feminism. Because if you want equality, right? Equal means that we're the same. But in reality, we're not the same. Not saying that one is better than the other, but men and women are complementary to one another. And that does not always equal 50-50. Sometimes it's the woman at 70 and the man at 30. Sometimes it's the man at 70 and the woman at 30. And so I think that fluctuates depending on the situation. But feminism is so fixed, and it puts us in a position to be equal all the time. And I don't think that's necessary. So that's what I want to say today. I hope you guys aren't too mad with me. I know I have some women who are feminists who watch, and that's okay. Differences of opinion is okay. But I want to share that opinion with you guys because I believe feminism and us as women feeling like we're equal to men, it has really changed the dynamic in everything. I saw the video this week of that man, I think in New York, kicking the elderly lady in her face multiple times, and nobody stepped in. Same thing for the guy, the white guy in Dallas that punched the woman several times in her face. Nobody did anything. But see, we as women, we keep saying, oh, I don't need a man's protection. Yes, you do. There's nothing wrong with the man protecting you. And that's a man's job. Especially as black men, we need our black men to protect us. Our black men should be coming to our rescue to take care of us in situations like that. But unfortunately, they're not. Because we're raising little boys to feel like he's equal to a girl, or a little girl to feel like she's equal to a boy, and it's not his job to protect, it's not his job to provide. It's just his job to exist, and his woman, I guess, if she wants to take care of him, she can. If he wants to be a stay-at-home dad, he can. If he wants to, let a woman be the primary breadwinner, that's okay. Like, it's too many uncertainties in the way we're raising children these days. And so feminism is just another notch on that belt in the sense of it's effeminizing our men, and it's masculinizing, is that the word? It's making our women manly. How about that? It's making our women manly, and we no longer feel the need for a man. And that's not really how it's supposed to be. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I would love to know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know what you think. If you disagree, that's okay. But you know how it goes. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, email us at fixblackcracks@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube at Black Does Crack. Okay, until next time, you guys, I love you. Be blessed.